All right, everyone, it is Dokkan time again, and today we're going to be going over the build for the new Frieza Goku. I know everybody is used to calling this Goku Frieza, but this is specifically Frieza Goku. He is a new LR Carnival unit. I think he's okay. I just struggled to find the purpose of this Carnival unit specifically. Maybe I'm just having really rough day one thoughts on this unit personally, but I found him to be very kind of underwhelming. Maybe we just haven't seen the tip of the iceberg. Maybe I'm just not seeing him on the right team. Hopefully over the next couple days I'll be able to test some things out and give you a proper team suggestion in another video, because unfortunately I do not have team suggestions in this video right now, as I just feel like he's too particular and would take too much time to suggest several different team layouts. So, but anyways, we're just going to go ahead and get right into his kit. So he is under the 200% of a few leaders, a few teams. He actually has a surprising amount of categories. It's really crazy how many categories this guy is on. And it's because he is both Goku and Frieza at the same time. So if you did pull this guy, he's gonna pop up in your box as a pure Saiyan, and it's gonna be kind of funny to look at. But even with all the teams that he does have, I would only suggest him on a select few. LR Jiren, Tech UI, maybe the Kamehameha family, maybe Daima Goku, but honestly, he just doesn't fit that well. He doesn't have a lot of links that you're going to be really rocking him with. He only has a couple good partners. He really wants to be on a Universal Survival Saga team, and there's just so many other options. As far as a leader goes, he himself included is a decent leader option for himself, of course. But I feel like Jiren, Tech UI, and of course the new STR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, Vegeta is also a good leader option. This is the Frieza that we're going over first, by the way. There is a Goku part, and we'll go over that in momentarily. So he is a Battle of Fate, Key +4 attack and defense, HP attack and defense 220 leader. Greatly raising attack and defense on 12 key and lowering the enemy's attack. And then on 18 key, he massively raises attack and greatly raises defense for one turn and causes mega colossal damage, and it has a 70% chance to stun. I love the stun. The stun is very good. It will help out in quite a few stages. So I do like that. Just keep in mind, these are not stacks. They do not stack. The massively raised attack is not stacking. Passive skill is as follows. He has Key +7 attack and defense 200. He launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super. Receives an additional Key +2 per Rainbow Key Sphere. And for 2 turns from the entry turn, reps of Universe 7 or Battle of Fate category allies get an attack and defense of 77%. From what I can tell, this does not carry over off rotation, but I could be wrong. Please, somebody do tell me if I'm wrong on that. Either way, this only does apply for the first turn for him, and that's it. It will not be active on the next turn. It's a 2-turn buff only. When attacking, his attack and defense of 150%, Key +7 attack 77% when HP is 77% or less. And when receiving attack, he has damage reduction rate of 50% when HP is 77% or less again. And when all allies attacking in the same turn of super class, he performs a crit and launches an additional super. And when all allies in the same turn are extreme, he launches 2 additional super attacks. And then starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle, he may exchange with Goku. So the key thing about here is that you need to be below 77% HP in order to fully realize his passive. And he has auto crits if you have a full super rotation. Or if you have a full extreme rotation, he loses his crit capability and he's just doing another additional. So he can exchange starting from the 4th turn. But he does have an active skill. His active skill is the actual Miracle of Universe 7. It is the, all epic moment of Dragon Ball Super where they defeat Jiren. Spoilers. Greatly raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to the enemy within the turn, and all attacks become crit for that turn. So even if you are rocking a full extreme team, you will be able to utilize a crit on him at some point or another. Let's go ahead and go take a look at the Goku exchange point if it wants to load properly. There we go. So we'll switch out to Goku at this point. Links are the same though, no links change. His super attack does greatly raise attack, and then he only raises defense on super. And then he greatly raises attack and then massively raises defense on 18 key super, and still has that chance to stun. 70% chance. He gets key plus 7 attack and defense 200%. He guards all attacks, and he receives 2 extra key per rainbow key sphere. He launches an additional super attack when HP is 77% or more. And then receiving attack and defense 100%. Defense plus 77% when HP is 77% or more. There's too many 7s in here. For every key sphere obtained, attack and defense plus 17%. And with a rainbow key sphere obtained, yes, you have to get 1 rainbow key sphere. That is the one key factor about this Goku. You'll get an additional damage reduction rate of 59% and have attacks effective against all types. So I know a lot of people are still used to having attacks effective against all types being good. But unfortunately in this day and age, we have too tanky of HP now. And attacks effective against all types is just not good enough in my personal opinion. It wasn't before, and it definitely is not now. So he's not doing any damage, basically. He does have an active skill. It's Frieza's Handout, and he recovers 77% HP, and then gets an additional attack plus 59% for 1 turn. You can utilize this as soon as you exchange, by the way. Their links are Prepare for Battle Experience, Fire, Shocking Speed, Kamehameha, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. He is on an alarming amount of categories. He is on 24 categories. We haven't had a unit that's been on 24 categories since AGL LR Gohan. So it is pretty crazy. He does link well with a good number of units. Specifically, other Gokus. Specifically, that is where you're going to link up the most with. Gokus and a couple other units on the team, of course. Otherwise, Frieza himself will only be linking up with the Gokus, basically, as he's going to be sharing Shocking Speed, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power with all of the Ultra Instinct Gokus or the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegetas. But yeah, the best thing you can do is honestly switch over to Goku, collect Rainbow Key Sphere and as many Key Spheres as possible, and just utilize him to tank. That is the best way I've assumed to actually use this unit. Otherwise, you're just kind of... I'm not really sure what you're doing with Frieza, because he's not really doing anything. His best link partner is just this other Golden Frieza that has not gotten an easy A yet. But yeah, you're basically going to want to link him up with other UI Gokus, as you can see right here. And then, of course, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegetas. And like I said, it's just literally Tournament of Power and some damage links. You're never going to see this Frieza at his maximum full potential, because you can't have him on a full extreme team and super rotation at the same time. And you will never have all of his links going off at once. So, with all of that, let's just kind of go ahead and take a look at Halvard's calculations for the defense numbers. So when you're in the Frieza state here, for the first 2 turns, you will get that buff of 77%. And, you know, post 18 key super, double super, he's getting almost 2 million defense. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. On a full super class rotation, he does have the ability to triple super, so you will have that potential point of getting more defense, which is nice, 2.3 million. And on a full extreme class rotation, you can get another additional super attack, which will get you up to 2.7 million. You can get up to a very, very respectable number of defense here as far as Frieza goes, but his damage will be actually pretty low. I would say 18 key supers, you're looking at 20, 22, 24 at maximum, but once you lose that 77%, you're going to drop down below 20. And the additionals will be looking anywhere between 11 mil to 15 mil, which is not a lot. Now, once you go into the Goku state, his defense is going to look a lot worse until you actually get key spheres. I would highly suggest that you make sure you get 1 rainbow key sphere and at least 6 key spheres collected for the turn, so that you can have a respectable amount of defense. to go along with that guard and 59% damage reduction. He is a very excellent tank. I just don't see what else he's doing. That's the only thing about this guy that I'm not entirely sure about with the Goku Frieza is I just don't know what else he does. He does tank once you switch to Goku, but his damage, no matter what, is just not that impressive in my personal opinion. So, but anyways, let's just start going over the builds here. I'm gonna go ahead and switch the OST. He does have a very creepy OST, by the way. I'll let y'all see that when you get to it, because it is very creepy. This guy probably has the creepiest OST in the entirety of the game. This is not it, but I'm not gonna play it because it's actually really creepy. Maybe on stream. But anyways, so as far as his 55% build goes, I would probably highly suggest you just go ahead and give him full dodge. That'd probably be the best way to go. As he's not really doing anything else, just give him full dodge in the 55% options here. So make sure that silver equip is a level 5 dodge and that bronze is a level 2 dodge. Now, once again, I do not know if he's going to get anniversary equips. If he gets anniversary equips, it's probably best to default to those instead of these. But to each their own on how you build your unit. Just make sure you're always using EX skill orbs so that you can freely replace them at any time. As far as his dupes build go, this is one of 2 different builds. I have 2 different builds for dupes. You can go full additional. I think full additional would be warranted considering he does have he has a auto crit in his passive, so you could take advantage of that and just give him another extra additional, put the rest into dodge, and then just move on from there. Maybe give him a level 5 defense equip just because in the Goku state he's primarily a tank. And regardless of how you view tanks, some tanks just feel like they're immortal, but at the end of the day, there's always going to be a meta curve, and we never know what's going to happen. So a defense equip for the tank unit would probably be best. Silver equip, I would probably just throw in an additional orb. Level 5 gold, I would just go ahead with either additional or dodge or a mixture of the 2. Another build you could definitely utilize, specifically for the Goku state, you could just go for straight up full on dodge. I would not blame anybody for a full on dodge build for this this Goku Frieza, mostly because he is a tank. He has an active skill that can crit and cause auto crits. He already has that built-in function, and you can freely exchange between the Goku and the Vegeta, or not Vegeta, the Goku and Frieza at any point of time. So you do have access to be using the Goku as the tank, and then Frieza as maybe potentially a damage dealer. But that's entirely up to you. Once again, if this unit has anniversary equipped, go ahead and just switch those out, unless it conflicts with your personal build. Always use EX skill orbs, boys and girls. Moving on to the roll tips. I don't have a lot of suggestions for the roll tips, unfortunately. As far as roll tips go, I do believe that this guy is straight up a tank. That is what he is meant to do, but only once he exchanges into Goku. I would not suggest putting Frieza into slot 1. I think Frieza is a slot 2 unit specifically, but Goku can go into slot 1 so long as he has rainbow key spheres and at least 6 orbs collected. As far as leader options go, his own leader skill would be good as a 220%. The Super Saiyan Blue Evolution STR Vegeta is a good 220. And of course, Domain will hurt this unit as they are an extreme unit. I'm not really sure how that'll work specifically with the exchange function, because he'll exchange from being a extreme unit to a super unit. But let me know how that works. And then of course, Jiren is a good option as well. As far as the partner goes, I already discussed this earlier, but you just need to just go ahead and go with one of the other Gokus. One of the Tech UIs or AGL UI is the best partner you can really rock. Otherwise, it's like Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Or if you're running double Frieza, you can exchange into Goku into one of them and rock both of them on the same rotation. And best slot position is Frieza in slot 2. and Goku in slot 1. Kind of looks correct, right? Like, they wanted you to put them like this because that's how they're aimed up and they're attacking at the same time. It looks really good. It really does. I think it looks good. But anyways, I think that's going to be it. I like that Frieza feels pretty plain and simple. I think Frieza is a very straightforward unit. He's got a bunch of built-in additionals. He can have auto crits. He's got the exchange into Goku that will make him more of a solid tank option. He does have the actual active skill to do that crazy damage. I think he's a good all-arounder kind of unit. I just struggle to, I don't know, I wanted more out of him. Maybe I'm just being too picky. But let me know if you pulled this guy. Let me know how you decided to build him and what teams you decided to utilize him on. I will be attempting to make a team build suggestion video for him as well. It's just going to take a couple days because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm exhausted. So anyways, good luck on your summons. Thank you for watching. Have a good day and a good night.